football, bloody hell. But they never give in. And that's the winner.
Welcome to the American Red Devils podcast. I'm John.
I'm Alex.
And we're bringing you the best Manchester United news from this side of the pond.
There is nothing like fucking winning, man. Yeah. There is nothing like winning. And I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter if it's freaking dominoes, it's spades, it's bourrée, it's croquet, it's fucking chess, it's preseason, ass kicking. It does not matter, man. Winning is winning. And it feels good, man. And then we needed to taste that, all right, because that's where we're going. That's what we got to get used to. The best thing we did this game, the fucking best thing we did, we complimented each other. We complimented each other. When we needed offense, we took it all the way down on a 20-play drive and shoved it right down their throat for a touchdown when we needed it. Defense, hold our ground, hold our ground, hold our ground. They hit a play, but they're down what? Right? They're down one. They got a decision to make, all right? They're going to go for the win. We got one more chance, defense, and what'd you do? You fucking played the down. And we win the fucking game. That play before that is all for naught. We'll clean that up. It doesn't matter. Because what matters is you made the fucking play when we had to have it to win the game. That's how you win.
Coast for Manchester United, 3-0
That's how winner
against the Saints. United walk away with it. Nervy start. Let's be honest. I think Southampton came out the better team, pressed the hell out of United, put us under the cosh, but got big goals at big moments, exactly when we needed it. Matthias de Ligt looking like a real player. What a header for him. Rashford comes up with a second goal to ice out the first half, and then United much better in the second half, much more controlled. Of course, Onana had the big penalty save in the first half as well, so it was nervy stuff. Second half, much more controlled. Ugarte made his debut. Garnacho comes on in like the 70th minute, scores a great goal with a pass from Delo, and United walk away with all 3 points. Was it perfect? No. Are there still big questions to be answered? Yes. But this Muppet today is enjoying all 3 points. We got up early. We're both wearing hats. You could tell because we got the hat, bedhead. But either way, sir, it's great to be in the pod room with you after a nice victory. Tale of two halves. How we feeling? How we doing?
There's nothing like winning, man. Like Dan Campbell says, sometimes you just got to win. Checkers, chess, doesn't matter. We got to taste it. We got to feel it. We got to build on it. Like you said, it's not about, we got punched in the mouth. Penalty save from Onana, comebacks, get the goal, 3-0, clean sheet. Happy about it. Not easy on the eyes, but we said it would be an ugly game. Playing early away, South Coast is always hard for Manchester United. It never is easy. The fact we got all 3 points, 3 goals, Rashford gets a goal. Hopefully he can get going. Garnacho continues to look sharp. Liking the Ronaldo social media post, setting bugs in the locker room, sir. It's absolutely going crazy over international break, but I'm here to celebrate the 3 points. I'm enjoying it. And who was your man of the match?
I said it wouldn't be Manchester United unless there was some kind of liking on social media controversy over international break. My player of the game was de Ligt. Matthias de Ligt, he made a big clearance in the first half. He scored the go-ahead goal, which ended up being the winning goal in the pivotal moment. Turned the tide in that first half. And I think once we got that goal, they couldn't really get a grip on it after that. So the Dutchman looking like a player. I hope he didn't come up with an injury. There was a fucking mishmash at the end. We don't even know where the bodies are going to lie at the end of the day because so many players might have gotten injured in the last 20. But he's my player of the match, sir. Who you got?
Look, for me, it's got to be Garnacho.
You're such a fucking fanboy. Go ahead.
He's a killer.
He iced the game. He came in the 73rd minute. It was a great goal.
I saw a lot of people shooting the ball at the net. Not many hit it with that pace. Not many hit it with that accuracy. Rashford had a few flubs today, but Garnacho comes on money. He's a youngster. We got to unleash him. If he can get us 15 in the league, that's the type of player that can take us to the next level. He should have had even more this season already. I just really think Garnacho, I am a fanboy. It's not about liking the tweet. It's just about knowing he could be the next Ronaldo. He could be that next huge character at Manchester United that we need to take us to the promised land. That's the type of player that can win you titles over the long term. So I'm hoping this is just the beginning and not more drama from the youngster. Keep the likes and comments on social media to yourself for the rest of the season because we don't need that. But, sir, quick PSA for the podcast. If you like the American Red Devils, it was a long international break. If you missed the Muppet Take, please check out our YouTube channel. Just got it off the ground this season. You can look us up, American Red Devils, on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, do all those fun things. It helps the algorithm. If you like us or subscribe, it helps other Muppets find us. Spread the Muppet take worldwide. And if you want to become the top class, the best, the creme de la creme of the American Red Devils community, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/American Red Devils. This community is why we're able to do YouTube in the first place. We do an extra special behind the scenes podcast every single month, Patreon mailbag, and there's tons of other benefits. Please check it out. And if Patreon's not your thing, go to our store, grab some merch. You can get a hat like Alex and I are wearing on the pod today. It looks sick. It has the sewed on ARD badge. Our trucker hats selling like hotcakes, limited quantity. Grab one. Also shirts, scarves, Viva Garnacho scarf, sir. I'm a fanboy. I got one. He's going to score lots more goals. And that bicycle kick, it's on the scarf. No better way to support the Garnacho than the Viva Garnacho scarf. Also, check out our blog, AmericanDevils.com, and start telling about iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews and 5-star reviews, the American Devils podcast. Wherever you listen, it's a great way to support the pod. It helps us get found organically by other Muppets like yourself. And we're still giving away free merch. All you have to do is write a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify and send a screenshot of that review to AmericanDevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I'll personally pick, pack, and ship some free ARD gear, send it right to your door anywhere in the world. Keep them coming. We're climbing up the charts. We appreciate all the followers checking out our YouTube page, joining Patreon, buying merch, writing reviews. Goes a long way. You know, this United team doesn't always make it easy on us. That first half, those first 35 minutes were worrisome. It could have gone a different way. They scored that penalty.
All right, let's get into this match here. Southampton versus Manchester United down the South Coast. We had Onana in net, Delo left back, Martinez, Dalit, Mazraoui, Mainu, Eriksson, Rashford, Bruno, Diallo on the right, and Xerxes up top. How are you feeling about this 11?
I like this 11 from the manager. Ugarte is probably not ready to start. That's a big ask for the youngster. But they went for it. I think playing Eriksson over Casemiro shows an intent to try and dominate possession and try to create a lot of chances. Now, I don't know if that paid off in the first 30 minutes because we looked exposed in the midfield, but back five picks itself. I thought Diallo deserves a start. Rashford, maybe for Garnacho, but like you said, Garnacho looks very dangerous off the bench. I liked it. What'd you like? What'd you think?
Last time we spoke, I said play Rashford. He's got to eat. He did eat today. He needs it. That was a good finish from him. And as far as the midfield, you got to give credit to the manager. He went for it, playing Eriksson. Hey, this is a lower opposition team. We're going to go there. We're going to try to dominate the ball, get forward. Hopefully Eriksson can unlock a pass and get behind. Unfortunately, with Southampton pressing early in the match, we didn't really see United threaten too much early, and Southampton dominated the ball in our half to kick off.
They did. United were put under the cosh. We were trying to play out from the back, and they were really pressing the hell out of us. We didn't have the confidence to kind of play between the lines, which you need, which we started to develop end of the first half and throughout most of the second half, and that's the difference. The only way you do it is got to be a confidence game, and when United come out nervy and slow, I think the other team they feed off of that. They just know that United can be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and they were going after Delo early. He looked like a fish out of water on the left wing, defending young number 33 from Southampton. And ultimately that led to the penalty, a rash challenge. I want to say he got done probably 2 times before this. And then this tackle going in, tough start, penalty, Onana bailing United out. Huge save from Onana. And also he had a big save earlier from that same right winger from Southampton. So Onana coming up big, holding the line for United so that we can get back on the score sheet in the 35th minute. How are you feeling about that Onana penalty save?
No, these are the big moments that change games. It's like, especially when it's all one way, they were putting us under it at home, and Onana comes up with a big save in open play. He comes up with a big save in the penalty box, and all of a sudden it switches. And that's what you see is like it goes from one end to the other. And when a team has a great chance to score a goal and it doesn't happen, what you often see is the team at the other end making an impact. And that's exactly what we saw today.
Yep. In the 35th minute, Dalit with the header.
Eriksson back for Bruno Fernandes. Xerxes the target. and Ramsdale can't do anything about that. Matthijs de Ligt. 2 minutes after a missed penalty at one end, a goal at the other. It could be a massive sliding doors moment for Manchester United.
The game, you know, it's you save the penalty at one end. You've had a horrid 35 minutes at Southampton, and then you get this goal, and it's just the two-player swing, sir. We're back, baby. What a goal from de Ligt. Lots to do. World-class header. I mean, Xerxes was there as well, but it was a lot to do, getting it, heading it cross goal. Ramsdale wasn't wise to it.
No, this is where individual quality wins the day, right? Bruno has a pass, changes what pass he's going to make, and it curls in a beauty. De Ligt has so much to do, and like you said, it's like that is close to a world-class header. You know, his ability to change direction on the ball, paint it into the back corner, shows his experience at such a young age. If we can keep him fit, he is a player. He is a player. He is a player. Great goal from him. It changes the whole game. After this, it's like, all right, United are cruising.
Yeah, and cruising United would. I mean, it wouldn't take too long to get our next goal. It was in the 41st minute. Marcus Rashford. Here we go. Let's get it.
In from Rashford and in. Goal drought over. Manchester United out of nothing have 2 in 6 minutes.
Ramsdale yelling.
Just potentially.
The two Dutch managers arguing over the
6-minute spell that gets their season off and running.
Scenes on the touchline at United. So good on Rashford for breaking his drought. He needed it.
He certainly needed it. It's a nice little effort from him. It kind of squeaks through a bunch of bodies. I think Ramsdale sees it late. Hey, we'll take it.
Well, it's such a precision finish from Marcus Rashford. You know,
that's what
says season off and running.
You know, all of a sudden the game.
Well, it's such a precision finish from Marcus Rashford. You know,
potentially up the half. And what else could we hope for? You know, that's you love to see it.
Yeah, and then the funny image is just like looking at the two grumpy old men here on the iPad, you know, like, hey, what's going on here? You know, I like nothing like Rude and Ten Hag, like after you score a goal, like literally like yelling at each other on the iPad. What's the deal with the iPads? I don't really get it.
For every sport, you see that in the NFL now too. Two Dutch guys having at it. Hey, the one thing I like better than Rude versus the last guy is the other guy wouldn't even say anything. He just sat there like a bump on a log, and Rude at least has a voice. So Dutch guys, Dutch on Dutch crime. I don't hate it. You know, he's like having a go at each other.
No, I like the fact that we're scoring goals and the coaches are like, yo,
more.
Like something's wrong. We got to fix it. They're cued to the danger. Going to halftime. What were your thoughts here at Southampton away?
I mean, you'd be like, we're in a good position. Yeah, I don't think we deserve to be in this position, but like we showed our individual quality. You know, Onana keeping us in it, and then 2 really just like individual goals that got us the lead. So do what you're doing. Let's slow the game down. Let's take the sting out of the game. Let's maintain possession, and just like we don't have to push as much, but let's just not give them chances. And I think they did that very well heading into the second half, where they just they really controlled the game in a way we haven't seen from this United side that often under this manager.
Yeah, and for the first half, Southampton coming out, pressing us really high, which, you know, we really couldn't get in behind for the first 30 minutes. And then, you know, that takes a lot of energy, and it's early in the season. And so by the second half, Southampton were really cooked. They made some subs, 3 different subs, 62nd, 63rd, 64th minute. And then obviously United would counter with some subs in the 73rd. Ugarte would get his debut. Eriksen comes off, and then Garnacho, we talked about him, impact off the bench, came on for Marcus Rashford. What'd you make of these subs?
I thought it was the right sub. I think in the past, the manager has kind of like deferred to the senior guy staying on, but I thought Ahmad, you know, beyond the goal that Rashford had, Ahmad was much more impactful. He was involved a lot in the second half. I'm glad he kept him on and took off Rashford. So I was actually happy with those subs. Ugarte it's the perfect opportunity for him to get his first 20 minutes in the league.
Yeah, and when plan A is working, you don't change it until the 70th minute. You like to see plan A work. And then Harry Maguire would come on for Mazraoui in the 74th. This was injury related. Don't like to see this one. A little nervy from, just the bench generally, seeing Maz look at his knee with the physios. And obviously he does have the injury record we have commented on. Amazing start for United. It'd be horrible to lose him at this stage.
No, and fullback position is a terrifying one at the moment. I think given the timing of the games coming up, I think Barnsley is a great opportunity to blood Harry Hamas and just be like, hey man, we're gonna need you. Put Delot right back, and Better than like giving Lissandro a go at left back or giving Lindelof a go at like play a true to form, fit for purpose player, even if he's young. Barnsley's League One, that's like made. That's like perfect setup, but we'll see what the manager does. But this is concerning. The injuries that happened in the last 20 minutes are just not what you want to see when you're cruising out of game.
And then Evans would come on for Martinez. I do kind of like switching this up. And then the Garnacho challenge. Jack Stevens would get the red card for Southampton. You know, this is a little reckless, but he didn't get the studs on him. So for me, I'm from the old school. It's not a red, but I'll take it as a Muppet. I don't know how you felt about that challenge on Garnacho.
We're both from the old school, sir. That's something that binds us together.
Getting jerky with me?
Yeah, what a move. What a show, bro. I was watching the other night. Okay, here's my thoughts on this one. Yeah, back in the day, this is not a red card, but I think this is a double banger. He gets one yellow because it's a tactical foul, and he gets one yellow because he has a high stud and it clips his knee.
Double banger? I've never heard of that.
Well, you know what? I make stuff up at the spot all the time. Aren't you paying attention?
It's a straight yellow. It's one card.
It's a red. It's a red in my book. In the modern age in 2024,
you've gone soft.
That's a red.
You've gone
the
soft.
game's gone soft, bro. The game's gone soft. So
it has gone soft. But look, Garnacho.
It didn't help the game. It made the game less interesting, to be fair, like it usually does with a red card.
Hey, United, we won goals. 96th minute, Alejandro Garnacho. Let's go. The Argentinian wonder, frosted tips.
Like the hair.
Now Dallo, can they set the seal on him with goal number 3? They can indeed. Garnacho wraps it up. 3 goals, 3 points, and some welcome respite for Manchester United.
He sits on the digital signage with Ahmad.
Well, in many eyes, it was a must-win game for Erik Ten Hag.
What a player. What a goal. What a way to put an exclamation point on this win. 3-0 away, South Coast. Not going to say it looked easy. Second half looked easy. First half looked hard. But regardless, it's not how you start. It's how you finish. Manchester United, let's go on a run.
Let's go on a run. This is a great month to do it. We talked about this heading into September. There's some very winnable matches. The hardest ones at the end against Spurs, and even them, they're fucking very beatable. Garnacho, what a player he is. I think this is going to be the season where he kind of really cements himself as like starter at Manchester United. It's going to be very hard for Rashford to get that spot back. And just that composure. We haven't seen that composure over the last 2 seasons. He's gotten into really good chances. Today, great opportunity. He buries it. He just shows kind of a cool head. So very excited about Garnacho. We need his goals. We need his goals because goals are going to be a challenge this season. And he looks ready to go. He looks chomping at the bit. So excited about the future. Love the frosted tips.
No. Stat sheet shots on target for United 10-4. Shots 20-6.
That's more like it.
Dominated the ball 56% of it. I'm just going to remind you, Southampton.
First half, dude. They had us.
I'm just going to remind you, Southampton, like worst in the league, haven't won a game. So that's something.
They scored 1 goal.
You got to take into account as well.
Of course. We got to win these games.
But you got to start somewhere. And starting away, South Coast away, we knew it was going to be hard. We knew it was going to be a little dirty, a little fight in the mud for the knife. You know, it wasn't crazy. We cleaned it up. And you got to come away with this one. Heads held high, but it's on to Cincinnati. It's on to Barnsley. We got to start stacking results. We need momentum. We got to find that chemistry in the attack. It wasn't there in the first half. That Ahmad, Xerxes, Bruno, Rashford combo was quiet. They should have been getting in behind. We should have been route one all day. So there's things to work on. Maybe that's why the Dutchmen were kind of yelling at the iPad a little bit. But you just got to take some notes and just move on to the next one. Tons of games in September. XG did well, 2.96 to 1.42. This is according to @MarkStats versus the XG philosophy. It was a little different. But over time, you can see United growing into the game and then finishing strong after the red card. It was really the first half where Southampton got the better of United. Average positioning, United's midfield wide open. I mean, this is the if I had to say the one thing we didn't fix and the one thing that will continue to be an issue is look at Kobe Mainoo. Look at number 37 right there in the middle of this image. There are 5 attackers here. Bruno, like, getting forward just like he should. Ahmad as well. And then you look at number 37 having to do all the work, right? Eriksson, he's up forward on the left-hand side.
Right.
This is a gaping hole in the middle of the field, and good teams will destroy you if you play like this. Now, should you play like this against Southampton? Yes. Did we win 3-0? Yes. So I've yet to see United really shore up shop. We just got Ugarte. This should be fixed, but something to keep an eye on here as the middle of the park wide open for United.
No, it's a very good point. We haven't seen Ugarte. He's obviously going to have a big role to play. The signing, the level of value that we brought him in for, it's like he's going to be a starter. That's how it's envisioned. He's going to plug that hole in the middle of the park. Like you said, you probably want to play adventurous against a team like Southampton. You have to be getting after. You have to be scoring goals against. But, yeah, like you said, like Spurs, you play like that. They'll find Solanke, they'll find Son, and they'll cut you open, and we just can't have that because that caught us out so many times last year, and that was our undoing, really. It was just the midfield.
Yeah, and looking at players who increased chance of scoring as a receiver, that means when you get the ball, like how are you able to increase the threat? Xerxes for United was number 1. Again, he's showing his ability to get into those X-threat areas, like dangerous areas of the pitch, and then create threatening chances and moves. So at 0.47, he was number 1 for United. But again, that finish has evaded him. Remember, he had that great chance point blank late in the game and just clobbered it against a Southampton player. Amad Diallo obviously was dangerous for United, 0.3. He got a lot of the ball in space on the switch. It was on. Just couldn't, that final ball didn't come off. And De Ligt getting forward, a presence in the box on set pieces. We've been missing that forever. Our defense has gone, like, how does Harry Magoo not just dunk it in with that big head? We just haven't been threatening from set pieces, and seeing De Ligt at that header was huge for Manchester United.
No, it was such a gentleman's header, someone who has some wisdom in his legs, who's played it for a while. I think Xerxes, he's showing the right impact. He just looks rusty still. He looks like he's not up to speed yet at the EPL level. He's not used to playing with his teammates, but you see a lot. I could see why they signed him. There's potential there. He's got good feet. His linga play is decent. He just looked a little rusty in the final third, and I think more of him playing with Bruno, playing with Garnacho and Ahmad. That's exciting.
Lad.
He is a big lad, but he's got decent feet for a big lad.
He played for Bologna FC in the Italian league, right? It was Bologna, right?
Bologna.
He played for Bologna in the Italian Submarine League.
If that makes it easier for you, old school.
But I'm just saying, like, he looks like a Bologna player, and he's just like,
How dare you, Bologna, Bologna
he
player.
looks like he needs to cut back on the Bologna sandwiches.
FC. I love a Bologna sandwich.
He has to cut back on the Bologna. He's that half second. There's that half second. It's a game of inches. Xerxes needs to find that level. I think he has it. He'd be cut cut 15, worked on those wind sprints. I think he'd be there. It's just at the margins. The EPL is like take no prisoners type of league. You see it out there. Nobody's carrying extra weight, sir. It's not like you and me out there eating those
carrying a lot of
meat
extra
pies.
weight. Carrying a lot of extra weight.
All right, what did the bald man have to say? Looking good in the black tee, kind of looking like a poor man's Pep. Let's hear what he has to say here.
Performance to go with the result today.
We have to win every game. So you can make me every game the same question. And we did today. Sometimes you have to find a way to win. First minutes of the game, we had some problems. But after Andre stopped the penalty and then the goal by Matthijs de Ligt, I think the game was all ours.
Marcus Rashford got his first goal for Manchester United since March in this game today. What can a goal like that do for a player like him?
It's very important. We spoke about before the game, and it's so huge for him, for every striker. And when the season starts, that you want to be on that scoring list. So now he has his first. I'm sure there will come more.
And as you mentioned, De Ligt also got his first Manchester United goal today. After the international break he had, how important was it for him to have a good game today?
That is, it's a routine. We always have to play well. And when you come back to your club, you have to pick it up. We know we signed a very good player with a lot of attributes, and one of them is he's a threat on set plays. And happy that he scored that goal. Very good cross, I think, from Bruno. So, well done.
Well done. I think that's a good, very concise from the manager. I think he hit all the points. Not a great start. Game back, sings the praises of a lot of the players, sir. How are you feeling?
It's funny. He's such a strange man. He's an odd duck. It's like when he loses, he comes off so fucking rattled and so defensive. And when he wins, he actually calls it straight or close to straight. So he did admit, we didn't start well. Onana bailed us out, and I like that. We had to find a way to win. And I think today we kind of found a way to win, which is fucking hold, and then take your chances. And we took our chances. I mean, that has to be said. We took our chances, but, it could have gone the other way. So he's not the best at press conferences. I wish they would do better coaching him. He could take some coaching.
I think this was good.
This was good, but when we lose, he It's a mess.
Yeah, so I think the Liverpool loss, that was one of the worst pressers you could have after
horrible.
one of the worst results. Now, this is exactly vanilla ice cream. You know, don't give them nothing. Keep it down the fairway on Cincinnati. We should win every game. Like, that's what you should be. It should be really boring. It should be frustratingly boring for fans and journalists. Just a quick pivot, because there's a tweet right below the...
Don't take the bait, bro. Don't take the bait.
The presser. Garnacho got benched for liking an Instagram post about Cristiano Ronaldo speaking on Ten Hag. Comes on as a sub, scores and celebrates like Ronaldo. For those who don't know, Ronaldo kind of came out with a statement disagreeing with the manager about how he shouldn't compete for the title. Ronaldo's like, United should always compete for the title. Obviously, and he also said, I love Manchester United, hinting he probably is throwing shade at the manager. You obviously don't care what Ronaldo says. A lot of people in the world do, but Garnacho does, and he liked the tweet. So this is kind of like, again, Garnacho did do a liking controversy last year as well. What do you make of this, sir? You know, you don't like what Ronaldo has to say, and then like our star boy is like liking it. What do you think? Team Ronaldo? Garnacho and I are on Team Ronaldo. You're on Team...
I'm on Team Manchester United, bro.
I'm just saying.
Turn the board up, bro.
Not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
Here's the deal. I don't give a shit about liking, not liking. I'm trying to get away from controversy. We've had so much bullshit. Ronaldo shit, the Sancho shit, manager taking the bait. It's just like, I don't care anymore. I don't think he was benched because of the like. I think like thinking that he was benched because of the like is kind of silly, because then I don't think he would have brought him off the bench when we didn't need goals. But that being said,
no, that's the olive branch. That's like the olive branch.
Sure, sir. If you're going to go full Muppet with football funnies with three ends, or four ends, like, yeah. But all just like football funnies.
No,
Go ahead. What's your take, sir? What's your take?
Sir, we have a podcast about Manchester United. Like, things happen about the team. Like, you might not want to discuss it, but it's just like, it happened. I don't rate it highly, but there's something there. If
you think there is something there?
I think there's something there if Garnacho's like liking things last season that aren't kind to the manager, and then he's liking something that's controversial to the manager here, and then like he did start, and then he's not starting, and then like even the start of last year, there was like a little bit of like some player power issues with Garnacho, and he's such a great player. If it was like Antony, no one would care, but I think Garnacho has that ability to be our next breakout star. And he's, rubbing shoulders with the Dutchman here. So just worth commenting on. I don't think it's like the end of anything, but it is a distraction. I just wish Garnacho would just stop liking things on social media. That's really what it comes down to.
Social media has not enhanced the game.
No, social media and this manager, like Sancho, and then
I know it's
liking
been a bunch.
posts, it's been like it hasn't been an easy road. And it's one of those things where like I don't really care for it or want to get into it, but it's out there. We got to just say something. So
it's also strange because I think this is one of the areas where Erik ten Hag has done a great job with, not the post, but like the youth. Like he did a great job to like bringing Garnacho into the fold. It's hard to believe. No, I believe it, but it's like, it's tough that there's like discontent between those two guys because of Ronaldo, who left 2 fucking years ago. And I can't believe we're still talking about him.
Well, Garnacho likes Ronaldo a lot. Like
clearly, there seems to be a thing where people are really into Ronaldo.
Well, no, So if Ronaldo comes to United and makes a great impression on a youngster, and he aspires to be as good as him, he's a good
role model. He's a good role model.
That's not a good thing.
In certain things, he's a great role model.
Exactly. Yes, I would agree. And so, we'll keep you posted.
We will keep you posted. We won't keep you posted.
Like, Garnacho, stop liking things on social media.
Great goal from Garnacho.
No, great goal, but just stop liking
Aren't you
things
sick of
on
this?
social. I am a little sick of it. Let's get into fan questions here. Speaking of socials, let's get into fan questions. If you like Manchester United and the American Red Devils, you want to get on the pod, tweet us at American Red Devils or comment below on the video. Quickly, at Miller KDJ, fed up pre-penalty save. Thought this was the end of Erik ten Hag, then everything seemed to gel. Nice to see a well-directed header from De Ligt, and it was good for Rashi and Garnacho to get there first. Nothing tactically changed after the pen, just goals. Creating goals. Hope it sticks.
Hope it sticks. I mean, this is it's a delicate game. It's a brutal game. It's like, it's so true. It's like they could have cooked us. This game blows up. All of a sudden, Southampton gets their first fucking win in the league, and it's chaos city at Manchester United. And instead, Onana had a great game, great first half, and we scored some big goals, and everything's good. Everything's good and easy. That's football.
At Mike United Mets, Onana penalty save is the first step in exercising the 4:30 a.m. demons. Nice to get a win, but we need a true left back. Alex, tremendous work on the, I can't say it. Sugawara pronunciation. He had me saying, can't believe it. Correct pronunciation, bloody hell. It's been 7 years. You found the name that you can pronounce there.
I can pronounce it better than I can pronounce.
You better hope United signs him.
I can pronounce it better than I can pronounce my own name. He looked a player. I mean, he looked pretty good. The right winger was the standout player at Southampton, but Sugawara had a great game as well. Thank you, Mike United. Appreciate it. You know, those little things go unnoticed at times.
That was like the most surprising thing that's ever
Your face like, oh, what the hell was that?
I mean, like the only other thing that would be as insane would be like the day United win the league. That like the next league we win will be like
that's
up,
gonna be a lot
there
longer.
With this, Sugawara pronunciation.
Sugawara.
At Fairway Freddy, a win, but the first 30 minutes were not good. It's great that Rashi got something from the game. And in Xerxes, we have a player that infuriates and makes you cheer. Is Xerxes going to be a hero? This could mean less game time for Bruno, but he's a different kind of player. What do you make?
Interesting stuff there. I mean, there's a good point to be had. It's like, so Bruno Fernandes just signed a new contract. He's our captain. In my mind, he's our best player on the team. And sorry, you can go for it. But at the end of the day,
he hasn't had a great start to the season.
He's still the best player on the team. Xerxes is going to maybe take the pressure off them. We have so many games. Bruno finally showed his kind of like his mortality and the fact that he got injured last year for the first time since he's been at Manchester United. Maybe this will allow us to not play Bruno every single game, which when you play like 70 games a season, especially with his load on the international stage, maybe that's how they're thinking about it, is like, because Bruno does need a break, and he's getting up there in 30. He's 30 now. You need to manage his minutes, because I bet we could get the most out of Bruno for like another 5 years if you just don't blow out his legs.
Yeah, and I think what we're seeing at the start of the season, he's just been so busy and playing so much. It's really difficult for a player like him. At Grifter 10, 3 goals, 3 points. Seemed like the game changed after the penalty save. That was the kind of reaction we've been waiting to see from this team. Hopefully we can build some momentum from this win. We really hope so. I can't say that we haven't been here before. Like last year, we would beat a bad team and be like, all right, this
Barnsley.
This is the one we're going to go on the run. And then we so then the EFL Cup would be like nervy. We really need to see another confident performance against Barnsley. Take it to them at home, at Old Trafford. Like, we need to see good football. You know, I don't think we saw it really today, but we saw effective an attack and winning, scoring goals, which is what we could use to build on that. But we just want to see United playing some attractive football against Barnsley and really cooking them and winning and building that confidence.
And doing it for 90 minutes or close to 90 minutes, right? Today we probably did it for 50 minutes.
How long have we been saying that?
No, a long time, bro. And that's the difference between good teams and great teams and bad
Crystal
and
Palace
average teams and good
away,
teams.
like last
Still
year?
talking about that game, bro.
That was the last game, 90 minutes dominate. Like, that was like, that's
sure
like,
okay. Anyway.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's, I would say that's the last game, 90 minutes dominate. Start to finish.
Either way, all I'm getting at is like we need to be able to control a game for the majority of it, the vast majority of it. We haven't been able to do that in the past. That has bit us in the ass in the past, even when we've scored, we've blown it late. So we have to develop that, and I think that's just going to take time. It's going to take leadership to looks a leader. We have to keep him fit. We have to keep him fit. He is an immediate impact player and a great signing. Him and Mazraoui, if you can keep those two fit, they are players.
Okay, speaking from the old school, Alex and I played high school football in New Jersey, not like American football, like smash your head against the wall football.
Yeah, like no finesse football.
Our team was actually good, not because of us, but the motto was 48 minutes because you have to play every single minute. And I think United's motto should be like 98 minutes or whatever it should be, because we need to focus on that. And the more we're focusing every minute, bringing it for the entirety of the game, we're going to see the transformation of this team, because you just hit on it. Like, we need to start dominating the majority of games, because sometimes we'll dominate the start and then we'll get punched in the mouth, and then we'll just like the last 15 will be like a shambles, or then we'll start bad for 30 minutes and then we'll come back. It's like we need to start just like playing solid football for 90 plus minutes. And I think that is the thing that will take this team to the next level, because you're right. We haven't seen it. And whether we concede and then the end is nervy or we start bad, this team is just like tale of two halves all over the place. And we need to be more consistent and have that identity for the entire match.
Yeah, and that kind of like flip-floppy shit is not sustainable, which is why our results have been so poor on a consistent basis over the last like 13 months. So I couldn't agree more. I think we showed a little bit in the second half where we just like, you don't have to necessarily like wave after wave, but just hold on to the ball and take the sting out of it and don't let them like basically get you nervy on the high press where you just start booting it. I thought we showed like a little bit more just like calmness, but it is Southampton. We can't get ahead of ourselves, but 90 minutes, bro, 100 minutes, whatever. Play every minute till it's last.
At MMaybaugh13, loving the Martinez-DeLitt partnership at center back and another impressive performance from Maz. Glad Rashford got his goal. Hopefully that leads to more good 3 points and I can enjoy my Saturday. Hopefully all American Red Devils can enjoy your Saturday. 3 points, wind at your back. Feeling great. That is it. That is the podcast. If you like the American Red Devils, we are for fans, by fans. Check out our store. Buy a hat, buy a shirt, buy a hoodie, whatever. It goes a long way to supporting the Muppet Take. Also, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/AmericanRedDevils and AmericanRedDevils.com. Like, subscribe, comment below on the YouTube. That's the thing. We got to say it. Apparently, it helps some algorithm deliver more content to Muppets like you. Sir, give us our top 10 downloads the last 7 days.
YouTube. That's the word. Number 1, how you doing? Chicago, Illinois, Dublin, Ireland, New York, Oslo, Norway, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California. Who else is next? Who we got? We got Phoenix. We got Philly. We got Melbourne, Brooklyn, and that's it. Appreciate all American Devils listening week in, week out. Couldn't do without you. Another big game coming up on Tuesday, right around the corner. Holy shit. We got Barnsley in the EFL Cup at OT. Watch out for the preview. Appreciate everybody with us today. Hell of an effort. Good 3 points. On to the next one.
I see the stuff in the horizon.